Bamf. Hello everyone and welcome to me playing Pokemon. This is actually how many matches is this? Like 3 or 4 matches. So, you're probably wondering, how does a guy with no internet play Pokemon online? Well, that, my friends, is a story for another time. I use my phone's Wi-Fi. So, anyway, without further ado, I think I made this picture a little longer than it had to be. But now, let's get on to it. So, first match is this guy from South Korea. Now, this guy, this guy likes to use all legendaries on his team, which is of no consequence, because, well, fuck legendaries. So, I have this strict, I don't use legendaries on my team, like, at all. Like, the only way I'd ever use legendaries is if I need, like, an HM or something. So, Nidoking is just sort of tearing this poor guy apart. I didn't really say anything when he tried to use Thunderbolt on a ground type. So, I don't think this guy quite knows what he's doing. So, this thing is, I don't know what the fuck this thing's name is. Like, I played Y and I've never played fucking X. So, Groudon comes out next, which, well, pain in the ass Groudon is, but not to the effect that, Darkrai was. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So, Mr. Groudon here is actually quite weak to ground types, but, Primal fucking Groudon does this stupid Desolate Land shit. Quite weak to ground types, so we go with Earth Power. Does quite a bit of damage, but not as much as I'd hoped. So, the thing about Nidoking is, unfortunately, he is also weak to ground, and this thing probably would have killed him even if he wasn't. So, that's how that ends. Nidoking just sort of takes a nap, and I go with Charizard next. Why did I go with Charizard? Well, because my last guy would have gotten destroyed by a fucking fire type, unfortunately. And Charizard is not affected by ground types, which helps. So, now that I've Mega Evolved Charizard, I go into Solar Beam. Because I'm pretty sure all of my fire moves wouldn't have done shit. So, Solar Beam does the trick, and he's down for the count. So, this is where things get quite annoying, because he, as he says, uses Darkrai. Which, probably wouldn't have been a fucking problem if he wouldn't have been putting all my dudes to sleep. So, Charizard's taking a nap, and now he's having bad nightmares. Due to, special ability. Bad Dreamer. Unfortunately, now he's just taking damage. So, I switch out Charizard for my ace in the hole, which is the one, the only, Heracross. Unfortunately, not affected by that shit because I'm not asleep, but he will be soon. So, this whole last part of the match is just him using moves that clearly don't affect Heracross as much. But he does still seem to be doing a lot of damage, so he's just sort of chipping away at fucking Heracross using Feint Attack, and the Bad Dreamer thing definitely doesn't help my situation any. So, now I'm just getting my ass whooped because Heracross is just sleeping on the fucking job. So, between Torment and the constant flurry of fucking Feint Attack, I'm just getting chipped to death at this point. So, it's looking pretty bad. Yeah, not a fan of Darkrai, like, at all. So, 30 hit points left, I'm about fucked. But he wakes up! You've done fucked up, son. Here comes Brick Break, and you get fucking your ass whooped. See, that's what happens when you just decide to use all fucking legendaries on your team. So, next match, moving right along. Someone who didn't use legendaries, which I'm actually quite thankful for, because you don't see that very often when you're playing online matches, unfortunately. So, Ice Punch to Dragonite, super effective, but this thing is beefy as fuck, so it just eats that shit. I probably would have been better starting with Glaceon, but I didn't. So, increases attack and speed, which makes him just faster than Nidoking, which hits him with the Aqua Tail, super effective, he's done. Poor Nidoking. He's not performing too well. So we do end up going with Glaceon, who gets hit with an outrage right out of the gate. Which the bigger outrage is that didn't kill me. So I'm pretty sure he's mad about that. So Blizzard finishes off. What the fuck is that? Japanese? I don't know. They all look the same to me. I know that sounds racist, but you know they kind of do. Anyway, this is the guy who wipes the rest of my team out. With Flame Charge, super effective against Glaceon. She's toast, or he's toast, dude. But that doesn't matter because he is pushing daisies. So, last member of my team, I go with Charizard again. Here comes Charizard. Actually, I think Charizard was in all of my matches until tonight. So, we go right into Mega Evolving. Because why not? By this point, I'm pretty sure I'm just already going to lose. So I just, you know, try to go out swinging. Flame Charge, doing tons of damage, even though it's not super effective. But, Heat Wave, doing just as much, doing actually more damage, actually. I was quite surprised at how much damage it did, even with the sunlight. And the fact that move is just beast. But, you know, Flare Blitz finishes me off, and I unfortunately lose this match. I know, it sucks. But what are you gonna do? You can't win them all, you know. So, moving right into the next match, we have this guy who's from another Asian trainer. Goes with, I've never fucking seen this thing. I'm going to assume it's a 5th generation because I've never played Black or White or 2. So I assume that anything I've never seen is from that generation. So she switches to Machamp. And you have to wonder why switching to Machamp. Obviously, the only explanation is an Ice Punch, which I hit right on the nose as I switch out for my bro, Slowbro. And sure as shit, here it comes, Ice Punch to the face. But, you know, he just sort of eats that and eats some leftover Arby's that he had in his back pocket. So, sure enough, I don't know why the fuck he used Stone Edge. I guess it was like his only option. Sure enough, Psychic, super effective against Machamp. Fucking good night. He goes to sleep. So, so that's 1 down, 2 to go. Continues to eat that delicious Arby's. I don't know, I just assume it's fucking Arby's, because what else would you be fucking just eating? So I switch out of Slowbro, because, well, fucking Vileplume versus Slowbro is never a good match. This thing starts using Substitute, which I was not fucking prepared for. If I had Heracross, I could have gotten around this, but, unfortunately for me, that wasn't in the realm of reality in which I live. So, he just starts using Giga Drain, destroys the health of Glaceon here. Luckily for me, you know, Substitute goes away when hit, but that's not going to help Glaceon much. So, gets rid of that, and Sludge Bomb to destroy Glaceon's health. So, only one thing to do at this point, which is switch back to fucking Nidoking and spam Ice Punch. And sure enough, I get right to it. Punch right to the face, but it's still alive, and it eats some fucking berries that it had in its pocket. And if the fucking moron controlling the camera can get it straight, we can see that it's fucking I almost call it Volparion. The fucking Vileplume uses Substitute again. So, continuing the spamming of Ice Punch, which doesn't do anything because, you know, that's not fucking Vileplume, it's a doll. So, Giga Drain again, doesn't do as much as this guy was hoping, but it does give him a lot of health back. So, another Ice Punch to the face, doesn't kill it, but for fucking miracle of miracles, manages to freeze it. So, you know, this guy's not going anywhere. It's check, set, game, and match for Vileplume. KO, good night. So, only one thing left, which is that weird rock thing, which I'm not afraid of. I have, whatchamacallit in Preserve, and I have Earth Power. Or at least, that's what would have happened if, you know, my good opponent didn't forfeit and completely rage quit the match. So, moving right along to the next match. I made this picture a little longer than I thought. Okay, moving on right along to the next match. We start out with Nidoking, and he goes with Charizard. Ooh, and it's a nice shiny Charizard. Getting fancy, and uses Earthquake, which unfortunately, as I said, is super effective against Nidoking. But I managed to get a poison jab off, which fucking destroys his line. I kind of hoped it would have poisoned him, but unfortunately, I don't know if this thing's weak to ice. I don't think so, because it's fire type. But nevertheless, he's KO'd. So I use my Charizard instead. So he withdraws Charizard, which can only mean one thing, sorry about that. Can only mean one thing, and sure enough, Feraligatr comes out, and he has a ribbon. I don't know what that means. So I Mega Evolve and call him out on his bullshit, and go for the Solar Beam, which I'm pretty sure he wasn't, looking forward to or even expecting. Fucking sort of read this guy's mind, knew what he was going for. Feraligatr is fucking SOL. So, super effective. Feraligatr's toast. Good night, buddy. So, coming up next is Metagross, which is another shiny. Feraligatr was shiny too, but that's no consequence because he's dead. Just like Metagross is fucking dead because super effective. Don't know why the fuck he didn't just go back to Charizard. So, speaking of which, here comes Charizard again. At this point, I'm just sort of bullying this guy. He starts spamming Dragon Claw, which does quite a bit actually, but doesn't do as much. Don't know why I went with Solar Beam instead of Flamethrower. Could have probably used that stab to just end the match quickly, but Solar Beam it is! And, again with the shaky cam. He Mega Evolved as well, which pretty interesting development. I thought he had a plan, but no, he just uses Dragon Claw again. So, I'm not making the same mistake twice on some god who survives another fucking Solar Beam. Go with the Flamethrower. He's KO. And that is my match. And wouldn't you know it, this happens. I mean, come on, Christian. I'm surprised and I'm disappointed. Like, I thought we were in the whole good sportsmanship thing. See, I don't know. And he didn't even fucking rage quit. He didn't even do it right. You're supposed to rage quit when I'm winning, not when I fucking win, you dope. So, nevertheless, Christian rage quits. I like to imagine, I'm pretty sure he just shut off his fucking 3DS, but I like to imagine that he, like, just tossed it against the wall, or he just ripped the fucking modem out. I'm pretty sure this guy's a little kid, so I'm pretty sure that his dad owns the modem. And, bought him that 3DS. So, that is going to do it for this, little video. A little fun thing I did. Little update. Whatchamacallit's finished. The, Fire Warrior video's all done, and that will go up before this one, or at the same time as this video anyway. So, with that being said, good night, and I will see you some other time.